All right, let's get right into it. If you've got a Mercury 4-stroke, you know that your whole day on the water hinges on that engine's reliability. So today, we are going to break down the essential 100-hour service step by step so you can feel totally confident tackling this crucial maintenance yourself. And isn't that the truth? You know, it can feel like a chore, for sure. But there's also this real sense of satisfaction you get from doing it right. This isn't just about turning a wrench. It's about really taking ownership of your engine's health and making sure it's ready when you are. So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about why this service is so important. Then, we'll get into the how-to, from prepping for the job and doing the core oil change to checking other critical fluids and wrapping up with some smart final checks. Okay, so first things first. Why is this 100-hour service basically non-negotiable for boat owners? Well, the truth is, it's about a whole lot more than just keeping the engine running smoothly from one trip to the next. Really, it all boils down to these three things. You're literally extending the life of your very expensive engine. You're making sure you stay compliant with your warranty, and that's a big one. And maybe most importantly, you are preventing the exact kind of problems that can just completely ruin a perfect day out on the boat. And yeah, let's just double down on that warranty point for a second because it is so important. Mercury's own terms are pretty clear. If you skip scheduled maintenance, they have the right to deny a claim for a repair that would have otherwise been covered. That is a massive financial risk to take. All right, so we get why it's important. Now for the fun part, getting our hands dirty. You know, good preparation is what separates a smooth, easy job from a really frustrating afternoon in the driveway. Think of this as your pre-flight checklist. Having everything here ready to go before you start is key. And a quick but really vital note. Always use the manufacturer recommended parts and the right oil. For the health of your engine, this is not the place to try and save a few bucks. Okay, time for the main event. Let's walk through the absolute heart of this service, changing out that old engine oil and filter for some fresh stuff. You know, when you break it down like this, it's not so intimidating, right? It's just 5 clear steps. And step 1, warm and prepare engine, actually starts before you even pick up a wrench. You want to run the engine for just a few minutes. That warms up the oil, makes it less thick, and it gets all those tiny metal shavings and contaminants suspended in the oil, so they actually drain out instead of settling at the bottom. So you've basically got 2 ways to go here. Using the drain screw at the bottom of the engine, that's going to get the most old oil out for sure. But a vacuum extractor pump can be way cleaner and a lot easier depending on your boat. It might leave a tiny bit of old oil behind, but honestly, the choice really just comes down to your setup and your personal preference. Okay, now here's a little pro tip. Seriously, this is one of those things that makes a huge difference, not just for this job, but for the next time you have to do it too. It's this simple. Just dip your finger in a little bit of that new clean oil and wipe a thin film of it on the rubber gasket of the new filter. This helps it create a perfect seal without twisting or binding up, and it makes it about 1,000 times easier to get off in another 100 hours. Trust me on this one, your future self will thank you. Now you gotta be precise here. Screw that new filter on by hand until the gasket just makes contact. Then grab your winch and give it just an extra 3/4 to 1 full turn. That's it. Don't go crazy and over-tighten it because that can actually damage the seal and cause a leak. So what do you do with all that old oil? Look, this is a big deal. That number, 1 million, is from the EPA. Used oil from a single oil change can contaminate 1 million gallons of fresh water. It's staggering. So please, do the right thing. Take it to an auto parts store or a designated recycling center. It's such a small effort for a massive positive impact. All right, engine oil is done, but we're not finished yet. The 100-hour service goes beyond that. Let's talk about 2 other critical fluids that are just as important for keeping your outboard happy and healthy. First up, gear oil. The easiest way to think about this is that your lower unit is basically the transmission of your outboard. This super heavy-duty oil is what's protecting all those gears and bearings from just incredible amounts of pressure. If you neglect this, you're setting yourself up for a really, really expensive failure. So when that old gear oil comes out, you're basically playing detective. You're looking for 2 telltale signs of trouble. If it looks milky, like a chocolate milkshake, that means water's getting in somewhere, probably a bad seal. And if you see a bunch of metal shavings on that magnetic drain plug, well, that's a pretty clear sign of internal damage. If you see either of those, it's time to call a professional. Okay, moving from lubricants to fuel. This little filter right here is your engine's bodyguard. Modern four-strokes have these incredibly sensitive fuel injectors with super tight tolerances. This separator is what traps any water or gunk from the fuel tank before it can get in there and cause major problems. Replacing this thing annually is some of the cheapest insurance you can buy against poor performance, sputtering, and all kinds of other headaches. Okay, let's bring it home. We're going to wrap this up with the final checks that really separate a good service from a great one. Getting these details right is the mark of a truly responsible and proactive boat owner. This is a fantastic slide to just pause and take a screenshot of. It's a super handy summary of all the key service intervals. And notice that spark plugs are also on that annual 100-hour list. So while you're at it, now is the perfect time to check them. And finally, just run down this quick list. Pull your spark plugs and check them for wear, clean up any corrosion on your battery terminals, and every time you start your engine, check that cooling system telltale. That's the little stream of water coming out the side. You want that to be a strong, steady stream. It's basically your engine's pulse. And remember, part of being a smart boat owner is knowing your limits. There's no shame in knowing when a job is best left to a certified tech. And that really is the whole point of all this, isn't it? Every minute you spend doing this kind of careful maintenance is an investment. And the payoff is reliability, it's peace of mind, and it's more time just enjoying what you love to do without any interruptions. So the next time you drain that oil or check that gear lube, remember this. The color, the smell, the little metal flakes, or hopefully the lack thereof, that is your engine telling you a story about its health. This isn't just a chore, it's a conversation. And learning to listen is the real key to a long and happy life on the water.